It's Jess here with Bless Jess. Sorry for the loudness in the background. Lucy's watching something. Today is Wednesday, November 8th. It is actually like 12 o'clock. I've been doing a lot of filming and editing and housework and all of that. So it's been a busy day and I haven't picked up the camera. This is my day showing you what I ate on intuitive eating, just listening to my body, my hunger cues, my fullness cues, and all of that. So I haven't really eaten anything because I haven't been hungry. I did have 2 cups of coffee with sugar-free creamer, and my throat is so sore that the warm liquid really helps. Yesterday I did a bunch of herbal tea too. We'll fix this in a minute. We're just getting ready to head to Nate's IEP meeting, so I made some lunch. David came home. I'm getting Lucy ready, and we're going to head to that. So hopefully, I'm sure it'll all go great. And I'm sitting down to eat lunch because I am starting to feel hungry. So let me show you what I have. I have a piece of pizza. This is the Papa John's pizza we have left over. 1 medium piece of pepperoni. I have some little penguin crackers. And then I want to finish up, or just eat some, I'll probably eat all of this, of the mango that I got from Kroger. So short little lunch here. I've got some Diet Coke. I'm going to eat this, and I will definitely let you guys know how the meeting goes and all of that. So we'll see you back. Everyone, so that meeting is over. You can tell I look a little worse for the wear since then. How did you do at the meeting? She was wild as ever. You can tell I've been crying. Not just this what IEP meetings do to me. It went okay. It went good. There's some really amazing people at his school that, please don't do that, that truly, truly care about Nate. Seriously, I had teachers crying with me at some of the things because they know how hard it is and they love him. Basically, I'm not going to give the whole list of stuff here because it would be like an hour-long video. I'll give you the Cliff Notes version. Man, I'll look rough. And I'm going to get ready for church. Basically, him being in a classroom with regular kids is just not working. He needs to work on other areas. He academically knows so much, but the regular teachers aren't trained enough on how to get that out of him. Like, one of his goals was to recognize numbers 1 to 20, and I was like, he can count and recognize numbers in the hundreds and beyond. And so basically he just is not doing it for them. Thankfully though, we are working with an autism specialist that is through the school system who is amazing, life changing for me, having someone that truly seems to understand my child and how they work. Honestly, she is like, I know why he's not doing that. It's because of this, the way it's worded this way, and you know, he's not recognizing his shapes. And she's like, it's because of how the shapes look on the screen, and they're not perfect shapes, and so he's not going to say that's a triangle. It looks a little different than a triangle. So she is awesome. And so we are going to have to make some changes for starting in the next week or 2, and that is going to involve putting him in an autistic classroom. Basically, it will be kids all the way through 5th grade. There's all different ages in there. Some with more severe autism, some with mild autism like Nate, or moderate or whatever. Just different levels of challenges. But the difference in that room, and that's when, you know, we all started crying because we don't want that for him. I'm concerned with the chaos and the yelling and the craziness. Not that he doesn't hear that now, because look at this. He hears yelling and screaming all the time with Lucy. But I'm worried with all of that, he would be very overwhelmed, and they're worried about that as well. But the good thing about being in an autism only classroom is the people in there are trained more on how to deal with kids like this, and they work on different things. So they not necessarily just work on academics, they work on how to sit still, how to maintain eye contact, how to whatever else. It's all, she said it's all ABA therapy pretty much, with some classroom stuff too. So you guys, when she said it was all ABA approach, it was an ABA approach, I almost started crying right there, because I've been praying so hard for Nate to get some ABA therapy, and our insurance does not cover it, and I know it will be most beneficial to him, learning these key things like how to be social and how to live in this world and relate to others, and how to get him to do something he really doesn't want to do. You know, all of that he needs to work on more than academics right now. So I think it's good. I'm a little nervous. They said that the classroom is not, you know, like a lot of stuff on the walls and it's pretty as a kindergarten class, but that's okay because all that stuff on the walls just really distracts Nate anyway. Even though it's pretty for us and it makes us feel good that he's going into such a pretty classroom, it's very distracting for him. But it was hard to hear. IEP meetings are never easy, but they left it all out there for us, and they told us the truth. And well, not when where I'm standing. And honestly, they cried with us, you know, and they honestly are trying their best to figure out what would work for him. And they all realize how smart he is. And none of us want him to go backwards. We just want to give him more tools. So starting after Thanksgiving, he will be going into this other classroom with all different ages and levels of severity. And some of the kids are well behaved and some of them aren't. So I am praying right now that it's an easy experience in transition for him. He will still be able to have his special classes, which are like, specials are like gym, music, art. He'll still be able to go to those with his class that he's in now, so that's good. But I think it's overall a good decision that we're making. And they also said this is just a trial thing. If he does not do well in there and it is too overwhelming, then they will move him somewhere else. It is not a for sure thing, but they feel like he needs help in other areas than the regular classrooms are giving him right now. So here we are. It's hard. It's really hard to know that you're doing the right thing. And I think that's where the tears come from, because I want to do the right thing. Like, I want to make the right decisions. I want to do the right thing. I want it all to work out. And there you go. But nobody really knows. But we're all willing to try and see if this will help. And I think that the teachers who have Lucy is no nap and she's gonna be going to bed late and she's gonna be really fun to deal with. Sorry. But I do think that this is the right decision for right now. At least to try, at least to see. And like I said, he needs help in these areas I've been praying about. I've honestly been praying to help us know how to handle him more, for him to learn the things that I don't know how to teach him. He can learn math and reading, but for whatever reason he can't learn how do you sit down, how do you look people in the eye, how do you speak correctly, how do you have a conversation, how do you do this, how do you do that, how do you go to the bathroom without help. You know, all of these things that they're not teaching in regular kindergarten because most kids know how to do naturally, he needs help in, and that's what this class is going to address. And as hard as it for me is that he's not going to be like a regular kid, we all know that he's not a regular kid. He is special and he has special needs. So it's hard as a mom. It's just really hard as a mom to hear. But I do think, I'm not sad, I'm okay. Lucy keeps telling me not to be sad. I told her it's okay to be sad sometimes. It really is. And we're all going to be okay. I totally believe that God has this. And that if this is something he needs for right now, then maybe he can learn, you know, this is what I'm praying, maybe he can learn what he needs to learn socially and ABA therapy wise now, and then he can go to a regular class when he gets older. You know, at least he's not falling behind academically. We know how smart he is. It's just challenging him in other areas. So they all had such great things to say about him, and I couldn't ask for more supportive people. Like, seriously, they did not push this on me like, I can't believe we have to deal with Nate here, go stick him in that class. Like, that was not the vibe at all. It was, we love Nate and we feel like he's not getting what he needs to get, and we're trying to find what needs to happen for him. And I don't think I can ask for more than that, honestly. So anyway, it is 4 o'clock now. We've been home about an hour and a half, and David's back at work, and I've talked to the grandmas, so they're all filled in, and I'm really lucky to have my mother-in-law to talk to and my mom. They both have different you know, experiences and advice and stuff, because you know, my mother-in-law has an autistic son, and so she is able to relate in some ways, and my mom is my mom, so she's able to relate in other ways, and I'm just very lucky to have them and their support. And so if y'all are watching, thank you a lot. Anyway, so we are getting ready for church soon. I'm going to take the Kindle away from Nate, which is not going to be pretty, and we're going to make dinner, which I'm making tacos, and we're going to take Nate a bath. I think Lucy's okay. She hasn't done anything today. And she was really good for the meeting. Of course, the energy is exploding now. I have not had anything since lunch. I had a piece of pizza, just a little bit of those goldfish. I didn't eat much of them, and then the rest of the mango. So I'm actually not even hungry after all of the stress and crying and all that. I just don't feel like eating, so I'll probably just wait to eat at dinner time, which is only like in an hour. So anyway, thank y'all for listening to that 9-minute rant and explanation and cry fest. I know you guys love Nate too, and that you always are asking about him, and I do want to share the struggle and the joys of parenting with autism, because it isn't talked about a whole lot, at least that I know of. I know there are people that talk about it, but you know, it's good to share and to let other people see the struggles, because I think it's more commonly accepted than when my mother-in-law was dealing with it with my brother-in-law, you know, and nobody really understood what autism was. I think a lot more people do, but at the same time, the more awareness I can spread on, you know, if a kid is acting up, you know, it might not be just because their parents don't discipline. It might be because there's something bigger going on. So we all can choose kindness. And I like, somebody posted a comment, and I've read this statement before too. Be kind, because some, you know, that, I'm not going to say it as good as the statement is, because I'm not in the place to remember it, but choose kindness, because everyone is fighting a battle that you can't see. Everybody's going through something. So being kind is the best thing. So I will show you dinner when I have it. This might be overkill. I might not eat all this, but I went ahead and made 2 tacos. This is on a normal dinner size plate. So it's 2 flour tortillas with some lean ground beef, some cheese, lettuce, hot sauce, and then I have some sour cream on the side. So this is what's for dinner, and then we've got to head to church in the next 30 minutes. We're going to be late. All right, I'll see you guys. So it's actually the next day, and we got home from church last night, and I did not feel like, I was just done. Like, I was just done talking. I just wanted to go to bed. So I didn't finish the vlog. I've got some kind of like chest cough. I'm sure it's stress and allergies and everything. So Nate did really well at church. He actually, I usually put a pull-up on him. This might be TMI. I normally put a pull-up on him at church, because for whatever reason he has a hard time going potty at church. I think it's because he has his Kindle pretty much the whole time, and he gets so distracted. So I was gonna put a pull-up on him, and he really didn't want it on, and I was like, I'm not gonna force it. So we had one of our favorite ladies in the nursery, and I just told her he doesn't have a pull-up on, so he'll just take him potty often and not let him drink anything, because he'll like down everyone's juice. And so she did, and he did great, so that was good. They both went right to sleep. Everybody was so tired. Lucy's still asleep. Just got Nate and David to school. But anyway, this is about yesterday. When I got home, I did have a few cookies. I don't know. That's just what sounded good. And after the day I had, isn't it funny how we're like, we need this? I was hungry, but still. I know it was a little bit of emotional eating too, which I'm trying to work on. But y'all, it was a really rough day yesterday. I think it's all good, and all the decisions we're making are the right decisions, but it doesn't mean it's not hard, you know. And it's kind of been hard on everyone. You know, the teachers were crying with me. His sweet little aide was crying with me, and they're just so precious there, and I can tell they truly love Nate, and that means so much to me. And my feelings of it not being a normal, you know, classroom, and he's not in a regular kindergarten, and you know, the room we're walking him to is not beautiful and you know, pretty. I'm gonna have to just lay all that aside and realize, you know what, maybe for right now this is what's best for him, and he can learn the skills he needs to be successful later in academic life. So we're good with it. I think it's going to be hard transition, but Nate is so resilient and he always surprises us. Every time I think something's going to be a hard transition, it's not that big of a deal for him. So I'm really praying hard, and I appreciate all of your prayers for the situation. And I know that God, he has this, like, he has this, and we trust him, you know, and all the things. I just feel like it's been a lot right now. Can y'all agree that we've had a lot going on this week? I mean, between, you know, finding out he has to have all this testing done medically, the neighbor that won't, she's actually done a lot better lately, so I want to give her props. I don't know if she's been out of town or what, but she hasn't been as mean, so thank you for your prayers because they're working. And then his class changing, and it's been a lot emotionally on mommy. But you know, he's still happy and healthy, and if you looked at him, he is smiling and just joyful all the time. So that's what I'm trying to imitate, is his happiness, and he will be okay. So anyway, I know this was more of a Nate vlog and less of a food vlog, but I did sprinkle some food in there. But thank you all so much for watching. I love you all, and welcome to all of my new subscribers. If you have no idea what my life is like and you just looked for the food vlog, I'm sorry, and you're probably not still here because this vlog was way more about Nate. But I know I have so many people who care about my baby and honestly want to know how it went. So our yearly IEP meeting is done. Unless there's, you know, a problem or something, of course we can have another one. So anyway, I'm gonna go and start on tomorrow's vlog. So if you like this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up, leave a comment down below, please subscribe if you're new, and I will see you all tomorrow.